Hello and welcome to another edition of Happenings on the Hill. I'm Pat Patterson, the principal and head of school here at Roanoke Catholic, and we have so much to share with you since we last got together. We're actually going to try and combine the months of April and May, and hoping to get back to you live before the students leave for the summer, but we'll do our best to have some updates for you between now and then as well. For April, we couldn't have had a better send-off for our students before Easter than we did on our Holy Thursday retreat. Hopefully, as your children got in your cars that day, they shared with you all the great things that were happening with prayer buddies, the bearing of the Alleluia, and all the wonderful things that typically happen at a Catholic school right before the Easter break. That's one of the reasons why your children come to Roanoke Catholic, is because of the faith development and the fact that we're able to do some very special things at very meaningful times throughout our faith life. And we hope that each and every one of you have a chance to celebrate that with your children. We wanted to also highlight some things that are coming back. While we're not quite through COVID, we are certainly making some great headway, and so as a result, we're able to bring some things back that we were doing as a school community prior to COVID that I think all of our parents and students have certainly enjoyed. Prom 2022 was an amazing success. For our juniors and seniors and guests that were able to come, we were able to get together, have fun, dance, celebrate, and really make some great memories for these children before they go on to graduate or become seniors for the class of 2023. So we want to thank all of our prom sponsors and students and parents that helped volunteer and make that such a great event. And of course our faculty and staff who showed up in huge numbers to help chaperone. That's never an easy task, and we certainly appreciate all of you being there. The mother, son, father, daughter dance came back. I remember when my daughter Elizabeth was in the middle school, what a great time this was for me as a father to be able to dance and celebrate with my daughter. That's now back in swing for our students in the middle grades, and maybe even with a future plan of expanding that to our 5th and 4th grade students in the future. That would certainly be something that we hope to do. We also want to talk a little bit about the fact that the talent show will be coming back. That's really exciting this year. It'll be at the Grandin Theater, which is a great venue, so hopefully all of you will enjoy being down there. A spring musical is being set. That's Annie Jr. That's coming out shortly. And then a big concert with our music departments, both our vocal ensemble groups and our steel band playing. So that'll be coming out here in the next couple of weeks, and be on the lookout for information about that. This time of the year also brings about new hires. It's not uncommon for schools, both public and independent, to wish farewell and adieu to faculty and staff that move on for spouses, careers, and jobs, or just because they're making changes in their lives and they want to spend more time with family. But that also breathes new excitement into the school community for the new hires that come on. And so on our Facebook and social media posts, you've probably seen some recent hires that we've had for the upcoming academic year. There will be more, and we hope that you continue to celebrate and welcome all these new faces to Roanoke Catholic. Many of these fine folks already live here in the Valley and have wonderful reputations in the educational community, and so they'll bring with them great years of experience. Some are brand new in the field of education and teaching, and they bring a lot of enthusiasm and great best practices with them right out of college and graduate school. So we look forward to the upcoming academic year and welcoming new faces, but certainly celebrate the great accomplishments of those that are leaving us for a variety of reasons at the end of this year. There's a new app. We've been talking about this for a while. The new RCF app will be rolling out this week. This is the to-go place for parents of current students at Roanoke Catholic. This is where you're going to get all of your information about happenings on the Hill, to include maybe even the videos that you're seeing right now, but specifically things about the school calendar that are coming up, sporting events, special events that are happening, lunch menus, where you stand with your lunch account, those kind of things. And so we really wanted to streamline and have one place where everybody could go if they're an existing family, and really to use our website for our prospective families, to have that be the landing page for prospective families to see all about Roanoke Catholic, but then to have an app that's accessible on an iPhone or an Android device for all those people that are current families at Roanoke Catholic. So be on the lookout for more information on that to be coming out, and please use that app as much as you can. Reminder to families, back on the line of our finance folks, a reminder to families to make sure that you've paid all of your fees and your dues, your cafe balances before the end of the year. That's really important. We know that when summer starts, your mind is on vacation and having fun and not really planning about completing the business of this current academic year, or even for that matter, planning for the next academic year. But we have fiscal books that we have to close June 30th, and that requires that we have balanced all of our accounts. And so any of us that have outstanding balances for athletics or cafeteria or library, please help get those fees paid before the students leave for the summer. That's really important. So you may be hearing about that from our finance director too. There's still a summer employment opportunity happening at Roanoke Catholic. Mr. Trace King serves as our Director of Facilities. He has 2 openings left for any able-bodied boys or girls in our high school. The job pays $12 an hour. It does require that you go through the Virtus training and the background screening for the diocese, but it's not too arduous of a task to do. And it's great summer employment. You're working primarily indoors for the majority of time with some outside work, but you're really helping get the campus ready for the next academic year. And what a better way to know the school community and to get involved in the campus and to have your hands involved in the day-to-day operations that happen in the summer in preparation for the start of the next school year. So if you're interested in that opportunity, please reach out to Mr. King. He'll be happy to talk to you a little bit more about that. Wanted to share with you that I spoke with Mr. Peck, our athletic director, this morning, and there are plans being made for the week that we return from Memorial Day, Monday, to have physicals available for students that need sports physicals for the next academic year. Typically before COVID, we always asked our family physicians and PAs to come and volunteer their time on one afternoon so that all of our student athletes that needed physicals could get those, and we charged a fee for that. However, going forward, if we're able to secure parents to come in and volunteer their time because of their vocation and profession, we're going to not charge anything to our students. So this will be a free event for students to come and get their athletic physicals and get those things taken care of. Reminder, of course, parents and students, that you must have an athletic physical on file before the first day of fall practices, and that certainly includes winter sports and spring sports as well. And just because you got one for the spring of this year, it doesn't carry over to the start of the next school year. So it's really important that after May 1st of every year that you go and you get that physical. So this might be a really great way for you to take care of that without having to go see your primary care doctor, and to meet some of our own parents that are physicians here in the Roanoke Valley. Want to talk a little bit also about some updates on the athletic fields. I've been very quiet about this because I haven't wanted to say too much because I don't want to jinx anything, but I also want to kind of create some enthusiasm and some buzz about the fact that Roanoke Catholic and the Diocese of Richmond have engaged a professional engineering and architectural firm here in Roanoke relative to some land that we're looking at acquiring for athletic field and field use. Still a little premature for me to say much about the location and the ownership currently of that land, but rest assured that this would be a facility that would house all of our football, lacrosse, soccer, cross country, track, softball, and baseball. If it's an outside sport and it's not golf, we've got you covered. So we're making great headway with that. Hopefully this summer we'll be able to make it a public announcement about that, but having the diocese involved in the process, to include the Chief Financial Officer, Mike McGee, with the diocese personally invested in this project is just a real coup for us, and so we're really excited to see where those conversations go. So please, continued prayers for our athletic efforts. Know that we're going to be coming to many of you to help support that initiative, either directly through contributions or maybe with your time and talents if you're in the landscaping business or you have those kind of skill sets for clearing out large areas of dirt and gravel, but we'll certainly be in touch with you about that as time progresses. Reminder to parents from our nurse once again that all vaccinations need to be done prior to entering 7th and 12th grade. So 7th grade, that's your Tdap and your, I'm going to mispronounce this, meningococcal. Anyway, you know what that is, parents, students, you know what that is. And then 12th grade, that same meningococcal vaccine has to be done before you start the 12th grade year. So again, any questions about that, please reach out to our nurse. But again, trying to remind you now so that when you go for those student physicals or athletic physicals, that if you haven't had those vaccines, that you get that scheduled before the start of the next school year, because once things start happening in the summer and we start having our summer vacations, the last thing on our minds is getting vaccines to return to school. So if you could do it before the school year ends, that would be great. Wanted to also talk a little bit about trying to get back to a state of normalcy. We talked a little bit about proms and mother, father, son, father, daughter dances, but also we have May crowning on May 13th this year, and that is a time for us to really celebrate our second graders and being able to participate in the May crowning event up at St. Andrew's Church. So be on the lookout for some information coming out shortly about that. We're going to try and have a whole school community event around that and invite all of our students and teachers to come and celebrate May crowning with our second graders, but we'll also want to open it up to all of our parents. So if you have children that were in the second grade at Roanoke Catholic and they're now high school age kids, or maybe you're an alum and you're watching this and you remember how meaningful meaningful May crowning was to you, please come and be part of that event. It's going to be on May the 13th in the afternoon at St. Andrews. We'll have more information on social media sites and via emails as well, but please come and be part of that. This community really is a community that thrives on groups and activities, and so the more we can have big numbers out, the better things are going to be. Wanted to remind everybody also that baccalaureate this year is going to be on June the 3rd at 6 p.m. at Our Lady of Nazareth Church. Again, that's open to everybody. Of course, seniors and their parents, we would expect that you'll all be there. But those that have graduated or maybe rising seniors and their parents that want to come and see what baccalaureate's all about, or others, faculty and staff, please come and participate in that. We try as a regional school to get to all of our area parishes for baccalaureate. We've been to OLN during my tenure before, and it's a wonderful, wonderful church and a great faith community that welcomes us to their campus. So again, June the 3rd, 6 p.m. at OLN. Not to be outdone, of course, the next day on the 4th is graduation for the class of 2022. That's here at the Gillespie Family Gymnasium on the Roanoke Catholic campus. It's going to be a great day and a great event. That starts at 11 o'clock. Faculty will report to campus about 10 o'clock. We'll have the formal walkthrough with bagpipers in the building. That tradition continues as it has for decades. And then we'll all process to the gymnasium for the graduation exercises and commencement. A special request that I have for the group today, and that is to, remember our local Catholic organizations over the summer when you have time to donate your treasures and your ability. The Knights of Columbus and the Ancient Order of Hibernians are two Catholic organizations that historically have supported Roanoke Catholic students and our families for decades. And these two groups really exist primarily for the purpose of supporting the mission of Catholic education and Catholic charities and the good work that Catholic organizations do. So whether you choose to join the pool at Knights of Columbus in Roanoke, or you're active in your Knights of Columbus organization in Botetourt County, or you're a member of the Ancient Order of Hibernians, or you may want to look at joining that organization. Please remember that these organizations are out there and their sole purpose is to support Catholic education. And of course, we benefit directly every year, as do our children, by the generosity of those folks. The second segment today, we're going to be meeting and talking with our Dean of Enrollment and Financial Assistance. That is Miss Meredith Galaska. So I'll have an introduction of her shortly, and then some questions and answers that all of you might have. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your love and dedication to Roanoke Catholic School, and we'll be back in touch again soon. God bless.